How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so in today's video, I'm going to give you guys my update thoughts on the PixelBook Go. I have had this device for several years now, and maybe Google might refresh it sometime here soon. I think it is due for another refresh, but anyways. Yeah, this came out a while back, and you know what? It's like a great combination to kind of pair with my Pixels. Um, so yeah, we'll get into the specifications of it and everything. For those people that absolutely want to know the specs, mine's is the base model. So for those who want to know, it's the base model. So it's 64 gigs of solid state storage, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it has 8 gigabytes of RAM. So not the most powerful version of the PixelBook Go, but nonetheless, it's still able to do what I want to do on a laptop. Basically, checking emails, websites, you know, watching movies and things like that on it. This could handle it. And I thought it was going to be a pretty light laptop. It's not super heavy, but it does have some weight to it compared to my PixelBook OG or PixelBook One. Um, I think one of the missed opportunities here with the PixelBook Go is that they didn't make it to where the screen can go completely around and fold into a tablet mode. That was one of the things that the original PixelBook One could do, right? So my PixelBook One was just sitting on my desk over there. I should have grabbed it for comparison, but more than likely, I'm just giving you guys an update on how this laptop is doing. But I could actually fold it all the way around into a tablet mode and just use it as a tablet. This one, the hinge, pretty much locks right about there. So when I open it, you know, that's about as much as I can open the PixelBook. One of the big things that I do like about this laptop is it's got a nice keyboard. The keyboards, you know, they have like this really weird feeling when you push the keys. It feels nice, and yeah, I love the keyboard. The keyboard's one of my favorite things about this. Other than the fact that it is also touchscreen as well, so you can interact with the display if you want to, and that's always nice. But one of the downsides to having a touch display is that you get fingerprints on it, and that could be kind of annoying. Don't mind me, I'm like cleaning the keyboard area. Yeah, that could be pretty annoying. So I tend to just use either the mouse trackpad, or I do have like a I'll show you guys. So this right here, which is a Type-C dongle that I plug in a mouse, and I use a mouse with the laptop, and saves me from having to touch the screen. But you know, the other really cool thing about the PixelBook Go is the speakers right here on the sides. So try not to drop it here, but there's where my fingers are at on each side, there's two speakers, right? On this side and on this side. And they're really nice. Audios on it is just fantastic. I love the audios that come from this laptop. I think they're pretty good. So when you're watching movies and stuff like that, you get some really, really nice sound quality out of the speakers. And it's so weird because the speaker grill punch outs are like very thin. So I'm wondering what kind of speakers they're using, or speaker on each side. I don't really know what the design of the speaker looks like, but it's pretty solid. It's nice. And the audio is crisp and punchy with bass. So that's good. In my opinion, that's good. It does have a webcam up here on the top. There is no webcam protective shield. So if you're wanting to keep your camera closed, where you're kind of worried if someone can tap into it and turn it on without you knowing, might I suggest that you just keep the laptop closed at all times when you're not using it. That way you don't have to worry about a camera being activated or anything like that. It doesn't have anything that protects, to like the newer laptops today, right? You can buy newer laptops and they have those little shutter sliders you can shut, which blocks the camera from being able to view anything. This laptop doesn't have that, but you can just close it to make sure no one sees through the camera if you're worried about that. I think one thing that is a downside is the lack of ports on this. Whereas like on my PixelBook One, it's got a good amount of ports to work with if you want to connect, accessories and things like that. This one only has two, which is the Type C on that side, and then the Type C on this side, and a headphone jack, and that's it. That's all you get. That's all you get with this. There's nothing else, and I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe they're wanting to maintain a very thin profile, and if that's the case, if that's what they were trying to do, at least give like 4 Type C ports. I do have, because when we get Google Pixels, one of the things that we're always given with Google Pixels is these little dongles. So I do have like an additional what do you call it? It's an adapter, so I could actually open up more ports. And I've used it, and I've connected it to this PixelBook Go, and I plugged in multiple things into that, and it's read them all. So you can use an adapter that's got additional ports to expand the amount of ports that you can use on this. But I just don't understand why they didn't just do that from jump. At least give like 4 Type C ports, or just 3, right? 2 on each end, and then an additional one somewhere else away from the hinge. Because they have them on each side in the same area. I mean, which is something that's also pretty cool, is that you can plug it on each side to charge it. Doesn't matter which side you plug it in. So, you can just plug it, set it to charge, not have to worry if you plugged it into the right port, and if it's charging, you don't have to worry about that. Um, you know, it's good to go there. Now, as far as with the battery, I mean, it comes with a 45-watt charger. It does take about close to 2 hours, about 2 hours to charge this thing up from, I would say, like 5% to 100%. And then the battery lasts pretty much a good amount of time. With heavy usage, like if I'm watching YouTube videos or if I'm watching movies that I find to stream on the internet or download it or whatever, probably like 5-6 hours before it's like down to 30%. When I'm doing very light usage, I can go the entire day on a battery, and probably have to like throw it on the charger at night before bed. So I would say that the battery is actually pretty decent, and that's how it is now. It was a little bit better when it first came out, obviously a couple years ago. I know at some point I'm probably gonna have to take this to the U Break I Fix, maybe have them service the battery and put in a brand new battery on it. Um, but yeah, as far as like gaming on here, it'll handle some games. It's not a gaming machine, so you got to keep that in mind. Um, and of course, like I said, this is the base model one. I wasn't trying to go with the super powerful one. I mean, the super powerful one, but like I think it's like the i7 processor. Yeah, the Intel i7 processor, with like 256 gigs of internal storage and 12 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, you probably can get down on that with gaming, but with this, you could do light gaming on it, but nothing extremely heavy. It's just meant really just to like browse the internet, check emails, maybe some light games here and there, and media consumption, and that's really what the Pixelbook Go is for. But the design of it, the weight of it, it's meant to be, like really portable on the go. It's not a laptop that when you're holding it, it's gonna feel invasive on you. Like sometimes you might even forget you have it in your hand. That's how cool this thing is. So. You know, I think it's pretty much a go for it. And like at the time of launch, it was like $700 for this. Right now you probably can find them for like $300, $250. Well, at least this one, the M3 model, you probably can find it for like $200 to 225. The i5 model, you probably can find it for like 275, and then the i7 model, with 256 and 12 gigabytes of RAM, you probably can find that for like 350. that I've seen on the market, refurbished, used. So, and yeah, they're really good. They're really worth picking up, in my opinion. So, that's just my quick update on the PixelBook Go. Let me know what your guys' questions are, concerns, comments, emotional outbursts regarding this laptop. Drop them in the comment section of the video. Thanks for checking out today's video, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Law.